I thought Mr. Carney did very well. I thought Jagmeet Singh did very well. Not so much for Mr. Poilievre.
Was there anything that surprised you?
Not much. It's just typical what politicians talk about. They usually don't answer the question, and they have a point of view they want to express, and they do it.
Do you enjoy watching the debate?
Well, the parts I watched I did enjoy.
Which leader do you think did the best job yesterday's debate?
I think in the debate, Mr. Carney did the best job.
Follow the debate, I follow the issues. I thought it was well conducted, and it was helpful in terms of informing my decision, which I made momentarily, just a moment ago. Climate, number one, and economy, which is obviously related, number two. And Trump, number three.
There are so many topics that are important in this election, but the fact that thousands are being killed in front of my eyes makes me feel like that is the litmus test for the Prime Minister of this country. Will he stand for the rights of people being ethnically cleansed abroad, along with standing up for our right here to stand up with them? The rise of anti-Palestinian racism, the rise of Islamophobia. We are being silenced in our schools. We are being silenced in our workplaces. We're being silenced in public for simply calling a spade, for simply talking about genocide. And the Prime Minister of this country needs to be defending human rights at home, here, and abroad.
As many as 60% of Canadians have already made their minds up before this debate. So you're really only talking about, maybe 40% of the population. And debates don't really change much. I think that most of the time they just shore up the support. I think that people might have been a bit surprised by the extent to which there seemed to be kind of common agreement in terms of, for example, the issue of how to deal with Trump, right, and the trade dispute. So there seems to be quite a fair bit of commonality there.
About the constituency, the MP from the Liberals and Conservative,
Both the Liberals and the Conservatives agree that there is a need to fight back. Right, there's a need for counter tariffs. So there really is no disagreement there. The question, I think, then boils down to, okay, well, how are you going to compensate workers who are hurt by this, and how much will you compensate them? So I think, and what is your plan for getting Canada, some new trading partners and diversifying our trading partners, because clearly the lesson that we've learned is we can't be so reliant on the Americans. And Carney came out early on talking about how he would do that, but everybody is asking for more specifics. So that didn't happen. We didn't get that kind of budgeting out of promises in the debates. And for some people, that was a disappointment. The Deputy Prime Minister, right? She's got huge name recognition. But the other thing that I found a really interesting contrast is, everybody says he's not a politician because he's just new to politics. And it was very apparent that there was a very different style on the part of Carney and the three other men in the debate, because he was more sort of thoughtful in many ways, and he was sort of more analytical, whereas you could see that the other three leaders come in with they've got their points well prepared, right, and they're going to roll out the lines they've been rolling out for some time, which is fine. It's fine. That's kind of what these debates are about. But there was such a difference of style between Carney and the other three.